I just want you close, where you can stay forever. You can be sure that it will only get
dawn, a rhythm to the rain, a silence in the soul that I just can't explain. There's a breath of life I breathe, a beating in my heart, a magnificence, a scary sense of what lies past the stars. Beyond what we can see, behind the mystery, I know that it could only be. There is a God, this is the proof.
Peter, do you have a copy of this book? I brought one here for you today if you want to hold on to a copy and refer to it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Before we get started, I want to let you know who she is and what she's doing.
I know I met her.
Okay. So I've asked Katrina to join us. She'll be taking notes so you and I can have a conversation. I don't have to be trying to take all the notes as well as listen to what you have to say. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I have a script here I'm going to read from before we get into a conversation about the different instances. Do you have any questions before I start? Okay. This hearing will be conducted informally. You're reminded that this hearing is not a criminal proceeding, and all procedures are designed to reflect the educational nature of the judicial system. I may exclude repetitious or irrelevant information at my discretion. Participants in this hearing are expected to treat one another with courtesy and respect. I may dismiss any person who disrupts the hearing, and the hearing would then continue in their absence. Peter, you have the following right to fairness and due process. 1. To be assisted by one advisor who is not a party in the case and who does not have legal training. Do you have an advisor that's going to join you today?
Mm-mm.
Were you aware you had the opportunity to find somebody?
I have the one and only advisor.
Okay. To present witnesses appearing on your behalf. Did you have any witnesses that are going to appear on your behalf today?
I put them all in the video. They're all eyewitnesses that were involved. It's all on video. Yo.
Okay.
Did you guys watch all the evidence?
I have watched the evidence or the portions of your video that pertain to what we're talking about today, and I also brought it that we can watch it together.
Okay.
Okay? To question witnesses appearing against you, which there are no witnesses coming today. To submit oral or written statements, I am allowing us to view this as well because I know the video was important to you and serves as a documentation of what occurred. But if you have any written statements that you like to read to me or submit, you'll be able to do that when we get to that point in time. Okay? And to remain silent and not testify against yourself in any way, shape, or form. Do you understand all these rights? Okay. I'm now going to read the allegations that who are filed against you. We have 3 instances. For the incident 1, you were violation 4.11, which is complying with instructions, which states students must comply with instructions of university or town officials. Ergo, faculty, staff, police, safety, and fire officials, when they have just cause to issue these instructions. 4.2, obstruction. Students must recognize and respect the legitimate function of the university. Obstructing or disrupting or interfering with teaching, research, administrative, service, and other functions of the university is prohibited. Making noise or causing noise to be made with objects or instruments which disturbs any of the above is prohibited. 4.6, vacating facilities. Students must vacate a building, street, sidewalk, driveway, or other facility of the university when directed to do so by any authorized official of the university or during a fire alarm. The specific allegations for the first incident is that you were in the HSS Dean office in which you repeatedly asked to see Dean Kelly, who was not available. You were loud and disruptive to the environment, and you videotaped the incident without permission. You were asked to leave on multiple occasions and refused to do so. Your behavior was of concern to at least 5 people in the office. The incident 2 is 4.11, complying with instructions. Students must comply with instructions of university or town officials when they have just cause to issue those instructions. The specific allegations: you were asked by a staff member in the Office of Student Life to stop recording her while you were here dropping off your choice of action form. You continued to record her even after she had asked you to stop. The third incident is 4.11, complying with instructions. Do I need to repeat the explanation? 4.2, obstruction, which is the same as incident 1, and 4.6, vacating facilities. The specific allegation where you were at the president's office requesting to see the president, who was not available. You were asked and did not leave until the police arrived and escorted you out of the building. You were loud and disruptive to the environment, and you videoed the incident without permission. Do you understand the charges that were levied against you? And did you receive these in written form? Yes, from Leslie Williams. Now, I know we've gotten...
Can I ask you a question? Did they receive my... I sent emails for 1 year to every dean and at this College of Knowledge. In other words, you asked me if I received that. And so I sent email after email. You know the one I sent to John Leo? Have you ever heard of John Leo before?
Peter.
John Leo, who went to Yale.
Peter.
How come he responded to my email?
Did you recall what I just said about...
Yeah, did you recall... What?
I don't want... Do not...
That's the reason I'm going to all these people at this school.
Peter, do not disrupt the process of hearing.
Who's disrupting the process? I'm talking about the hearing. Why was I hearing at all those people? Why did I go see all those people?
Did you hear what I said?
Why did I go see all those people?
Did you hear?
Look, it's 72 degrees in here. 7-Eleven sent from heaven. Why did I go see all those people? 72. Is that a coincidence? Is that a coincidence if I was 0
going to
3
give you an
times?
opportunity to make a statement, but this is not the time.
Well, if this is the case and we're talking about the case, this is...
We're not talking about the case.
What's about the case? What are we talking about?
I haven't gotten to that point yet.
So what are we talking about?
We're talking about the charges. And I have a series of questions to ask you.
Okay, go ahead. Then I'll ask my questions. Do I have a chance to ask questions?
You have a chance to ask questions about the incident.
Yes, but the incident has to deal with why if there's an incident, there's a reason I'm at the place.
Do you want me to continue this hearing or not?
Yes, but is there a reason I'm at those places?
Let me talk.
Can I ask you that?
Not yet.
Okay.
So for incident 1, do you feel responsible or not responsible for complying with instructions?
Not responsible.
For instruction? Responsible or not responsible?
Not responsible.
Vacating facilities, responsible or not responsible?
Did I vacate the facility?
When asked. The first.
Yes, I vacated when asked. It's on the video.
For incident 2, complying with instructions, responsible or not responsible?
I always do the right thing, whatever the right thing is. I'm not responsible for doing anything wrong. Everyone else is.
Okay. So incident 3, complying with instructions, are you responsible for violating that or not?
No.
For obstruction?
No.
Vacating facilities? Now, I'm going to ask you if you have a statement or you want to say something on your behalf for the 3 incidences that we're talking about today.
Of course.
All right. Go ahead.
Ever since I got to this College of Knowledge, I've been writing letter after letter, in my opinion, none written better. In other words, the letters were used, and not abused, to show my ideativity, to show my creativity, to show that I'm worthy of a scholarship or even a fellowship at the University of Rhode Island. And I use this voice of choice because that's another gift and rift, speaking grander than even Martin Luther King with this ring-a-ding-ding. And I speak like this, kiss of bliss, to show the ideativity, the creativity. And for all of you who don't know what ideativity is, it's a great idea, not just a great idea, an amazing and blazing idea. Plus creativity equals ideativity. In other words, it's a word that I made up. So is that corrupt that you come up with amazing and blazing words and you could speak grander than any speaker of the house without reading a script of kryptonite? And then the uglies and the smugglies and the fugglies at the University of Crimeland, at the University of Slimeland, what do they say about these words you've just heard? We don't understand that. Written like rap in all caps. It's a bunch of crap. And so, have you understood what I just said? Like Barney and Fred and the one and only Smut and the one and only Heart? Or do I have to repeat myself? And I don't put myself on a higher shelf. Me, Sweeter Peter, I just show the facts. But they whack and whack and whack at the despicable and the deplorable and the horrible and the unhonorable, in my opinion, at the University of Rhode Island. And so I come with an assortment of endorsements far better, letter for letter, than anybody in the history and her story of any college of knowledge. Not just here, my dear, at the University of Rhode Island, but at Harvard, in Yale, in Princeton, in Dartmouth, in Cornell, in Brown. And so URI frowns at that from me, that cat in the hat, fat and the one and only Smart,
right,
and the one and only Heart.
Let me see if I understand what you're saying. Okay? So, first of all, is the gist of all this communication is because you want a scholarship or fellowship?
Exactly.
And you feel as though that your level of intellect and what you've accomplished in your life deserves that type of recognition.
That's what I've been trying to do for 2 years.
Okay, hold on a second.
And I also,
Well, hey, listen, man.
John Leo agrees.
Listen, John Leo ain't in here. And
But he
John
went to
Leo's
Yale.
record, I don't care where he
But
went.
it shows the paradox. In other words, John
No, in other
Leo.
words, stop interrupting me, because I'm trying to...
Okay, but I'm trying to explain my
I don't
situation.
care about John Leo. 'Cause
Okay.
John Leo was not on the video
John, you hear
that
that?
we're talking about.
John,
You understand me?
yeah,
Okay,
it's all part of the story.
I understand.
It's all part of my evidence without any pretense in my eyes, on my side.
I understand.
Dignified, not full of
consistent
snide and
with,
pride.
it's consistent with what you told me when I
Love
first...
system,
You go listen to me?
yes, but it's not consistent. Con is a lie.
Why don't
Love
you
is the truth.
You can translate my lingo inside your head. Just listen to me. So this is the same rhetoric you given the first time you and I met.
Well,
And
not
it's consistent with what you've written in emails to folks on campus.
Exactly. No
And
one
some of the
responds
things-
to it.
And some of the stuff that you have said on videotape to other folks.
Exactly.
Right?
Over and over like Rove. And the whole
And at
world
this
is going to
point-
know this story.
And at this point, there's only been one or maybe a very few amount of folks that have responded to you.
One. Well, Gerald Williams and Earl Smith.
have been
They
responsible.
agreed. In other words, people in the heart agree, and people in the dread of the head, the ego, disagree.
Okay.
In the name of jealousy and envy, the unfriendly. Would you agree or be disagree?
So am I
That's-
right or wrong in terms of that there's a group of folks who have listened to you and a group of folks that you perceive have not listened to you, who
Exactly.
have ignored you?
Yes.
And how does that make you feel, the ones that ignore you?
Well, to tell you the truth, it's put it this way. Let's say you had a dinosaur, you, in this modern day, and you were walking around with it on a leash, and it went from here to heaven, and you're walking around with it, and everyone goes, Jason, how are you? What's new? Wow, it's a nice day, isn't it? They say everything to you, but they ignore that dinosaur.
Is that how you feel?
Yeah. And so in other words, I feel that I'm doing URI a favor. I don't even want to do it anymore, but I'll do it. But in other words, I'm about to be on worldwide TV for all the world to see. It's more than obvious. And so I will promote URI if they end up making the right decision with precision, which is more than obvious, everyone knows what that would be. Then I'll promote URI in a good way. But the story will be told, and finally they went into the one and only smart and one and only heart and did the right thing with the wings of sin, but also stinging the one and only smart, the one and
So how does it make you feel if you're walking around with a tall dinosaur and everyone's ignoring the obvious? How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel empathetic, really, for those who are ignoring it, because it shows you how really despicable and deplorable and horrible and immoral people could be. In other words, people at this college, in other words, the people who really care about the school's future, like G and Earl, those guys really care about URI. In other words, they know if this story gets on TV the way it is, and their conclusion is that I didn't deserve a scholarship or fellowship at URI. When the head of Yale, a guy who graduated Yale, said this is the most genius thing I've ever seen, and then the president of the school in quotes said, "Say what?" And you know what "say what" says when the brothers say, "Say what?" It's a put down. And so the president of this school sent that to me in an email.
I know, I heard.
Okay, so to me, that is like, in other words, if you told me this story and it wasn't about me, I would go, that never happened. There's no way that a president of a college would be that immature. And so then Nancy Kelly, I went to college here and studied kinesiology. And all I had to do was student teach. And I don't know if you know this, you probably do or probably don't. I'm one of the Barbarian brothers that was the strongest bodybuilder ever. And I went around the world doing seminars for thousands and thousands of dollars for people to want to know how to get in shape, first rate. And so I always figured URI would be proud of the fact that one of their students became famous, starred in movies, and was the strongest bodybuilder ever, right? And so I thought that URI would be proud of that. And so I came back here thinking, well, until I get it on TV for all the world to see, because of the worldwide black belt list, I'll get a degree. And all I have to do is student teach, but maybe they'll just give me the degree because I already student taught and I could go to grad school and take film. And so I went to see Earl, and he goes, I agree 100%. And so he sent me to G, and G goes, I agree 100%. And they go, Peter, this is going to be easy. All you got to do is student teach. They go, we'll set it up. We know the head of physical education down in Narragansett. And so I said, great. And so then Nancy Kelly looked at my credits, and so I thought this. In other words, it's laughable. When she goes, she says, I'm not.
I want to know the story.
Okay.
Tell me.
All right. She goes, I'm not accepting your URI credits at URI.
Okay.
On top of that, she's not accepting my, I forgot what it's called, lifetime credits.
Yep.
In other words, I'm a kinesiology major. I was accepted at UCLA for education in grad school. Not because of my grades here, but because I'm dyslexic and what I did. So they accepted me. And so, so what I did is then I go, all right, I'm going to switch my major to film. I didn't even care. I'm basically here to kill time, but like, I think I deserve a scholarship. I don't even have the money to go to school. You know what I mean? And so, I don't know if you saw.
How are you making your ends meet? How are you living?
I'll tell you, but I don't know if you know the Store's Solutions is something that I created, me, Peter. Okay? And it does have a better assortment of endorsements than any business in the history of business. The #1 educator in the world, Ken Robinson, who was knighted by the Queen of England, said to me he wants to create a book on what I created. Okay, so that's the education part. Okay? Then the #1 lady, the music and Nickelodeon, who does the music there, the consultant for music, she says, so this is the music industry. It's the best age-appropriate music I've heard in years. So that's the music. My book agent is listed as one of the top 10 book literary agents in the country by Writer's Digest. And she said I had the best packages she's seen in 30 years in the publishing industry.
So I get it.
So that's the book industry. And then the guy who marketed marketing, he marketed for 10 years, Jim Henson. He said, Peter, you're so ahead of anything Disney and Henson ever did. And Disney's on most people's #1 list as the most innovative, creative people ever.
And I've heard you say that before.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm going around, the music department hasn't returned any of my calls. I would love to tell you it's me, I'm the best singer ever. You could play any song in real time and I'll sing in real time and make the song better every single time. In other words, it's
Let me
music.
push pause, Peter.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I've seen videos, I've listened to you, I've read emails, and they're all pretty consistent. So when you're talking about these endorsements, these are from folks who are endorsing...
This isn't the...
Can you not interrupt me?
Okay.
These are endorsements from folks who believe in what your dream and what your plans are and what you're doing right now.
This isn't the Night of the Light stuff. This isn't the movies that you've seen. This is for... You must haven't, obviously you haven't seen it. It's a kids project I created. 12 years ago I raised $300,000 from an idea. And with that idea, I only gave up 10% of the company for the $300,000. Now it's worth like 20 million at least. And so what I did is I created this thing called the Silly Source Solutions. The light calls it the Silly Source Solutions. It's the solutions to problems that parents face with their children through entertainment, through books, through music.
So when you refer to endorsements, you mean the success
The
of
testimonials.
That? Okay.
No, already, yeah, these
Okay.
are from what these people have seen now.
Okay, I
And so
got you.
and so all of them say it's the basically, and so John Leo saw that, and that's what I sent to every dean at
I
the school.
understand.
In other words, psychology, I wanted to major in psychology. Because in other words, when people go to a psychologist, the reason they're going is because they're depressed, okay? And so my first video and story is have no fear, your silly sores are here, don't be afraid because we eat your nightmares. And it's the answer to nightmares, getting your child to want to go to bed, and understanding fear. And that clears every person in the psychiatrist's office, done in a way where everyone could understand it. And so the psychology part of it doesn't write me back. Yeah. No one writes me back.
I understand. Do you have any guess why?
Yeah, I know why.
You know why.
Yeah.
Why?
Because they're jealous.
Of your success?
It's not even success yet. It will. In other words, I was blackballed even with the silly source. Even by literary agents, she goes, you're going to get a bidding war in New York. And every single...
So what are they jealous of? Are they jealous of your pending success and what you're going to do the rest of your life?
Yeah, they're jealous because I look like a superhero, but I have the gifts and riffs of a Woody Allen type Jewish guy.
So they're jealous. They're jealous of...
In other words...
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me make a guess, and you tell me if I'm wrong, okay?
Yeah.
So they're jealous of your intellect, your looks, and what you have to say.
Yeah.
So that's why folks are not being responsive to you.
Yeah, and the ones that are responsible aren't. They may be envious. There's a difference between envy and jealousy. And jealousy and envy override greed, but they all burn the inner seed. And so we proceed like this, and so this is my story. And it's all...
Do you feel as though I understand your story, given my feedback to you today?
Me, Peter, in other words, I liked you since day one.
Well, everyone likes you, man.
Well, but I thought you were going to be like G and like...
I'm not as cool as him.
I thought you were going to be like Earl and him. In other words, I thought, and I like her too. I like everybody, but if someone does wrong by, and it's not even me, it's the one and only, and it is what it is. In other words, when I first got to campus, I'm always nervous saying, in other words, you could talk about your truth, Leslie could talk about her truth, she could talk about her truth, but I'm not allowed to talk about my truth. And so if I was an egomaniac, I would tell you it's me doing those 26 humanly impossible
things. All right,
things.
Peter, let's not go on a tandem.
Okay.
I think that
and that's another thing they say.
Peter,
yeah.
At the core of, I think, what we're discussing today, with these three instances, is not necessarily what you believe inside your heart, it's how you're expressing it. Because, unfortunately, for a lot of folks, and maybe you included today, there are acceptable social norms at a college campus and other places that behavior is going to be accepted.
You could say that again.
Can you not interrupt me?
Yeah.
That could be accepted or not accepted. And it seems to me that you're leaving some of these interactions with the sense that I'm expressing how I feel, like any other person would express the way they feel, but you feel as though you're being persecuted for that expression.
Exactly. Worse than the blacks back in the day.
Okay, let's not get into that.
But it's true.
Let's not get into that.
Okay, but it's true.
Let's not get into that, please. Okay? Alright. So, at issue is, the fact is that if your behavior was acceptable to this community, you and I wouldn't be meeting. Matter of fact, you probably would even, you wouldn't feel like you're walking around campus with the elephant because people would accept your behavior and your interactions with them.
But that's not true, because now one dean at this college has returned one email or one phone call. So that's why I had to walk into their offices.
You didn't have to. You chose.
Well, what else could I do?
You chose to.
What else could I do? They don't respond to an email. In other words, they responded. Crothers wrote, "Say what?" And then John Leo, someone in the one only smart to heart, who in my eyes is intelligent, he went to Yale.
I agree.
So what did he write? "This is genius. I'm bringing it to everyone I know in the entertainment business."
I heard it.
Okay.
I heard it.
So in other words, something's going on. Someone's telling the truth and someone's lying. And so also every incident that you have on paper for the last going on a year, okay, it'll be a year in next semester that I've been here, and every one of those incidents, not one of those people will take a lie detector test, but I will. And people snub their nose, lie detector test. But they're 100% accurate to modern day scientific facts. And so if it costs $400 to clear all this up, then I'll ask my father for the $400 and we'll go to a lie detector test. You'll see I'm not lying about anything.
First of all, I haven't accused you of lying.
Yeah, but
Wait. Did you hear me accuse you of lying?
No.
I think what I hope to express to you is that issue is my level of understanding from where you're coming from and me understanding how you're choosing to express it. Because we're here around the way you're expressing yourself on this campus and how it's being taken by individuals on this campus.
Okay, can I ask you something?
That's why we're here. We're not here judging the truth or lies, because that is not my job to decide who's God and all that other business.
Okay, well, every time I express myself on this campus doing a movie, someone calls the police on me.
Right.
In other words, did you see the movie when I'm dancing in that building over there in Lippert Hall? Dancing like not even Michael Jackson could do. So is that good for URI or bad for URI that a student more than prudent is dancing better than Michael Jackson?
You like to ask questions.
Okay, Your Honor.
Do you want to answer the question?
Yeah.
If your fellow students and fellow community members feel threatened by what's coming out of your mouth and how you're expressing yourself, and that police officers are being called on one of our students, you, that's not going to be a good thing ever.
But would they take a modern day lie detector test if they're threatened?
Peter, I'm not done. When the police are called to respond to students' behavior, that's not good for anyone involved. I don't like hearing about it. You don't like going through it, I'm assuming.
But are they telling the truth why they're calling the police?
First of all, that's not what we're talking about. You asked if you are dancing in Lippert Hall, if that's a good thing or not. And I'm telling you, if people are responding negatively...
It's good for URI.
Okay, good for URI. If people are responding negatively to that, then that's not good.
Well, why are they negative to it? Is it because of jealousy?
Peter.
Or is it because they were threatened by it? What?
It could be both.
Well, in other words,
Peter,
you cannot quarrel with a moral. It's obvious no one could do what I was doing there.
Stop that. We're here not because you're dancing.
But that's all relevant to the case.
It is not relevant.
Okay, who called the police on me there? The head of honors. Why did he call the police on me?
We're not talking now.
That was one of the incidents.
No, the incidents were what?
I'm bringing you back. All the incidents are the same. It's incidents after incident, liar after liar.
Hey, buddy, why don't you head out now? Excuse me. Leave. Seriously, good. Head on out of here.
Leave. Why? Because you're distracting my work.
I am. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
sir.
Yep.
Can I get my things?
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, head on out.
Can you say your name on camera for Oprah Winfrey in 60 Minutes and Ellen DeGeneres?
I can call the cops if you don't get out of here.
Call the cops for what? I'm leaving.
Leave.
Does this have anything to do with the jealousy and the envy, the unfriendly? The love, the light, the love, the bright, in the one and only way is true arch enemy?
First of all, I've been here 4.5 weeks. And what we're talking about today is when you chose to go into Nancy's office.
I know, let's watch the video.
We
Show
will
me why
watch
they're
the
asking me to
video.
leave.
Hold on. That's incident 1.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what we have a video of. Okay? And in that video, I don't recall seeing you dance.
I know, I'm bringing this up to show, to shine light on my case, which is more than obvious, that everyone who's jealous calls the police on me. In other words, I don't do anything wrong, they call the police on me. In other words, I have a movie in front of the art center, where I'm doing comedy in front of the steps. Hello, how are you? Would you like to be on the Walk By Talk By URI? And
I've seen those.
Okay, and in the police department says they have tapes of 5 people calling the police on me, saying that I'm harassing them on the steps. And 5 police showed up in the middle of my thing. So how come they can't come up with it? Where's their evidence? And so why aren't they being arrested for harassment at URI? Because they're harassing me, because they're making up lies. If you make up lie about someone, that's harassing them.
Well, what have we got here? What have we got here? What have we got here, my dear? What have we got here? What have we got here? What have we got here? What have we got over there? Let's go see. Let's go see what we have over there. Can we do that? Who strolled in at the University of Rhode Island? Let's see who strolled in at the University of Rhode Island. Let's see who strolled in at the University of Rhode Island. Hello, anybody home? I guess he doesn't want to answer the door. Do you want to talk to me, sir? Is there a problem here at the University of Rhode Island? Is there a problem here, sir? Is there a problem here at the University of Rhode Island?
Peter.
Look who strolled in, Mr. Policeman. What's your name, sir? Can I get your name? What's your name, sir? Can I have your name, sir? Am I doing something against campus policy? Am I not allowed to shoot my movie here?
Peter, you're going to shut that off, please. Right?
Why do I have to shut it off? This is my movie.
Talk to you for a second.
Well, you could talk to me on camera.
Can you please just
It's not against the law to have my camera on. Are you embarrassed on what you're going to tell me?
No, I'm not embarrassed.
Oh, then what are you stopping by here in the middle of my movie?
You have to get out of the roadway.
In the middle of my movie?
Out of the roadway.
Can I shoot my movie here? Is it against the rules at the University of Rhode Island?
Yes, it is. You're in the middle of a roadway.
Oh, I just came over here because I saw the policeman was here. Because I saw the policeman. So you could tell me what I did wrong, please.
Sir.
Can you tell me, am I allowed to do my movie in front of the art building? A, yes, or B, no? A, yes, or B, no? A, yes, or B, no? Do I have to be more explicit with this?
Ladies and gentlemen, the story you are about to see is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
I got called by a bunch of students saying they felt like they were being harassed. He's not doing nothing wrong.
Hello, sir. Can you tell me why you're here? 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 Why you here? Why you here? Why
you here? Why you here? Why you here? Why you here? Why you here? Why you here? Why you here? Ladies and gentlemen, look trapped in at the University of Rhode Island. Police 1, Police 2, Police 3, Police 4, shoot score. And there's Police number 5 across the street. All attacking Pete because of jealousy and envy. The unfriendly, the love, the light, the love, the pride, and the one and only way is true. Arch enemy.
This is a Spanish priest, one of the city's founders. It's changed a lot since then. It's got high-tension wires bringing in the power and bus lines to get
And
you
all
where
you
you're going.
uglies and smugglies and fuglies will be on Oprah Winfrey in 60 minutes. And Ellen DeGeneres to say hello to the world. You uglies and smugglies and down long, fugglier than any fuglies. For your safety, go into the one and only Smart the Heart if you want a good lifetime. In your next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 lifetimes.
Stay on the street, please.
I'm crossing the crosswalk. Ladies and gentlemen, look, they're saying I'm obstructing. Obstructing. You're obstructing my movie. You're obstructing my movie. I'm not wearing shoes in the scene. I'm finishing my movie right here, my dear.
All right. That's fine. And listen, will you listen to me, man? You know? What? Are you gonna listen to me?
Yeah, go ahead and say I'm listening. Listening and glistening at the ugly and the smugly and the fugly. Can you step up on the steps so I could get the right view? Just step up to there.
To see where you...
My dear, I just want to get the...
Well, how far up? How far up? All the way up?
That's perfect. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. Listen.
Thank you.
Here's the thing. Okay. We don't mind you. Come over here.
I'm doing my movie.
How about the girl who called the police on me at the library and said she had 3 witnesses that said I complained about them? Where's the witnesses? Where's their names? Where's their phone numbers? And why won't you take modern day lie detector test? So this is on video. They never asked me to leave. Even my editing teacher said, Peter, I saw the video. No one asked you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you see the policemen and women at the University of Rhode Island, they just strolled in. Or is the University of SNIDE, one nation under fraud, more than obviously not under God. Because every time me, moi, the one and only, the sweeter Peter POUT, go to shoot any movie anywhere on campus, they end up coming to trample us. Coming to trample us in the name of jealousy and envy, the unfriendly. The love, the light, the love, the bright, and the one and only way is true, arch enemy. True arch enemy. True arch enemy. And so, my dears, and unclears. And unclears and unclears. Look at all the people over there. Let's go say hi to those people up there in the art building, and let's watch them run. Let's see if they run from the camera. Will they run from the camera at the University of Rhode Island? Will they run from the camera? Watch them run. Watch all those honeys run. What are they running from? Where are they running from? Look, they're all gone. They're all gone.
They're all gone, except for me.
They're all
The
gone.
last light.
One nation under fraud, not under God. More than obviously.
Are you all done?
No, I'm doing this movie. Would you like to be on, sir? On the movie, you'll get $5,000.
I'll tell you what, I'll take my payment up front. I could definitely use the $5,000.
Hello, here we are at the University of Rhode Island. And look who strolled in. What's your name, sir? Bill. We're here with Bill, not Phil. Bill. Kill Bill. Don't kill Bill. That's why the police are here. To make sure we don't kill Bill. What's his name? Bill, what's your name? Mark. This is Mark. Mark, always here and the one and only Smart the Heart. He's not like those other coppers. You did it. You stabbed me in the pants. You dirty copper. You killed my mother. You killed my sister. You killed my brother. And now I'm going to try to kill you. But I can't kill you because the one and only is here with you like never before. Shoot, score,
shoot, motherfucking score. Ah, the light wouldn't swear. The light wouldn't swear. The light wouldn't say doo-doo, or cock-cock, or poo-poo. And so, my dear, are you a New England Patriots fan? Of course, right? So what do you do at the University of Rhode Island?
Take classes.
What's your major?
Engineering.
Engineering, like Engineer Bill, right? Is that why your name is Bill? Because you saw Engineer Bill and you go, I'm going to be an engineer like Engineer Bill.
No, that's just because, well, I don't know, man. Why is your name your name?
What kind of engineer are you going to be? You're going to drive a train?
Very good engineer. I thought about that. That sounds like a good
The thing is what? You rather fly a plane. I didn't know engineers fly planes. They really fly planes, engineers. Yeah. Or is that I thought they were called pilots.
Oh, they have flight engineers who know where they're going.
Oh, you want to be a flight engineer to tell the pilot where to go. That's a good idea. So you want to be you want to fly around? I don't really like flying in airplanes. You like flying in airplanes?
No, what happened?
Why do they call it a cockpit? In other words, if two ladies are flying a plane, do they call it vagina pit? That's what I'd like to know. In other words, just because men fly the plane, why do they call it a cockpit? What if two vaginas fly the plane? Then it would be a vagina pit. And I'd rather visit a vagina pit than a cockpit any day. What about you? Cockpit or vagina pit? You know, that clitoral stimulation. Or is it fripulation? Eddie, what's better letter for letter than comedy about vaginas? Is there anything funnier than vagina? Well, saying the word vagina. Vagina. There's nothing finer than vagina if you're a male without fail. And well, depending on what's the rest of the vagina look like. In other words, the vagina is only one piece of the puzzle. Then you got the stomach, you got the badoobities and the badabities, you got the legs, you got the face and all the rest. And so, if all the rest is like Naomi Campbell, then that vagina ain't a motherfucking Campbell. You know what I'm saying, home dog? And so, home slice, how you doing? Would you like to be on the walk by, talk by at URI? Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for saying hello.
I gotta go, buddy.
Bill, thank you very much. Engineer, you're going to be a great engineer. Who killed all the indigenous people of the planet? That's what I'd like to know. See you later. Thank you for stopping by.
It's okay to ask people, but don't.
That's what I do. I ask.
And that's fine.
I know.
All right.
I know. They just want to make a lie out of everything.
Well,
when it has to do with Sweeter Peter Powell.
Understand when we get called.
Sweeter, I got it all on video.
I know. You gotta.
I got it all on video, yo.
When we get called here, we gotta.
I know, we gotta do what we gotta fucking do. You know, we gotta pat down, we gotta call and take out the lice, or is it the slice? Was that cologne in that bottle that he had? What was in that bottle? I smell, I know, I was moving and grooving. And so he wanted to give me a little cologne because I smelled not right in the one and only armpits. What's an armpit? Is there really, what's the difference between a cockpit, an armpit, and a pit stop? When you stop at a pit stop, I've never seen a car stop at a pit stop and they put cologne under both arms. And I know those guys got a smell because it gets hot in those cars. So part of the pit stop from now on is they with a right aid, or is it right brigade, or is it a hand grenade, or is it a one and only brigade? What's a brigade? Can anybody tell me what a brigade is? What's a brigade? What's a brigade? What's an amazer? Do you like my blazer? How about my taser gun? Is that fun? My laser, my taser. Oh, I like my electric razor. You amaze me, sir. You amaze me, sir. And I love being immature. Immature. I love being immature, me, the one and only pure. For sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. I love being immature, especially back like never before. No one ever expected the one and only to be immature. That's for goddamn sure. They think God is supposed to be serious and adult. Hello, how are you? Nice to meet you. My name is God, and I have a few rules. Number one, I'm in the forgiveness business, so everybody can do whatever the fuck they want. But you can't say fuck or you'll burn forever and ever in hell. Hello, Martels, how are you? Would you like to be at the walk by, talk by URI?
Oi, my Zelda, my Zelda, my Zelda, she took the money and ran with the tailor. Once again now, my Zelda, my Zelda, my Zelda, she took the money and ran with the tailor. My Zelda, she found her big romance when I broke the zipper in my pants.
Hello, how are you? Hello, my dears. Would you like to be on the walk by, talk by?
So I'm sorry I can't.
Okay, how about you, my dear? No, thank you. Okay. And so it was about a few years back when I was just a little youngster. I was a youngster, all right. I was a youngin' back in the day. I was fast. I was faster than Bob Hayes. I could run through a maze. I would amaze you. Yeah, now I'm an old codger. I was a dodger once. Yeah, I was on the Brooklyn Dodgers. I could dodge anybody. Yeah, I used to play dodgeball. I would dodge that ball and dodge this ball. And then one day I took a fall. One day I took a fall and I hurt my back. And now I can't be in the right track for all the heart that I love because I tried to kill somebody I was jealous of and envious of. He had a beautiful face and a beautiful waist. And every other space and place. And then I became retired. Hello, my dear. How are you? And so, my dear. And so it is. And so and so. And so and so.
And a couple of tra-la-las. That's how we love the day away in the merry old land of Oz. Biz, chirp, 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 and a couple of la-di-das. That's how we...
So, you do reap what you sow, my dear. You do reap what you sow. You do reap what you sow. You see, not everybody has a life like Michael Jordan. Not everybody has a life like Tiger Woo. Tiger Woo. Tiger Woo. Tiger Woods. Not everybody has a life like that. You have to be the one and only smart. And the one and only like the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz. He was all heart. He didn't need a brain. The brain refrains from the one and only soul, the one and only heart. The brain is filled with an ego and envy, the jealousy, the unfriend, the love, the light, the love, the bright, and the one and only ways. So if you're born like this, you didn't do well in your last lifetime. Or if you're born like this, eating 2 hot dogs a day. If you weigh 600 or more pounds, my undears and unclean, then you killed over 20 people in cold blood in your last lifetime. In other words, you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow, my dear and undears. You reap what you sow. And so it is. And so it will be. And a teaser and a tizel, and a weasel and a visor, and a measle and a visel, and a weasel and a woozle.
and a streezel and a streisel, and a easel and an eisel, and a meisel and a moozle, and a struzel and a straddle, and a riddle and a rattle, and a kiddle and a cattle, and a fiddle and a faddle, and a daddle and a diddle, and a diddle and a riddle, and a riddle and a rattle, and a rattle and a biddle, and a biddle and a battle, and a battle and a polona, and a polona and a falona, and a falona and a falana, and a falana and a kalana, and a colonics and a halonics, and a hysterics and a hysterics, and a mysterics and a gadarics and a gadabargadudagadu, and the gita gotta go to data gita gotta gita be, and the gita is gotta gita gotta gita, and the feet of fada food of fada kita gotta kuda ki, and the skita skata kita gotta kuda ki. Ah, look, he can't think of the next clever line to say. But you see, my dears, this is what I call what do I call it when I do nonsensicals? These are called nonsensicals for all of you lost in your prehensile tail, in your fail and your nail, in your bail of the one and only smart, or the one and only heart. When you're lost in the frost, caught in that brain cell, that tiny little brain cell, that man-created hell, that world of unopportunity to get you no immunity in the one and only calm unity, in the one and only calm unity, in the one and only calm unity. No, thank you. Thank you, my dear. I remember you used to have long hair. I liked it when it framed your face. You look much cuter with long hair than short hair. How sweet it is! How sweet it is! Alice! Alice! Where's Norton? Where's Norton, Alice? Let me at him! Let me at him, Alice! Hey, Ralphie. Ralphie, you ever wonder about God? Ralphie, you think God's a fraud? I've been thinking about this a lot lately, Ralphie. I've been going on YouTube and seeing that guy, the one and only Knight, Sweeter Peter Palpin. And you know, Ralphie, there's no fucking way, Ralphie. There's no way, Ralphie. There's no way that anybody can have that fillet. I know, Ralphie, you're one of the greatest comics that ever lived, Jackie Gleason. Even me, Norton, I was a genius in my day. Nobody was as goofy as me, you know that. And it's fun getting paid to be goofy, Jackie. And I didn't even have to raise my voice like you. That would give me a heart attack, I think. I think and think and think. But I think in the one and only smart, the one and only heart, Jackie. You know what I mean? My dears and undears and unclears and clears. The goal is to keep your childhood innocence. Your childhood innocence. And so to keep your childhood innocence, you have to stay and play in the one and only smart, in the one and only heart. little older than that. That's too young. And even little children get jealous and envious at a very early age. Very early age. So you can't be jealous and envious if you want to pass your 111-year bliss test. You have to realize some people have done better, letter for letter, than others. In their last 111-year bliss test. So that's how it works if you want to get one and only's more than obvious perks. Everyone wants a beautiful face, a beautiful waist, and every other space and place. In a fun way to make your money. In a beautiful, not rutiful honey. Who doesn't want all those things? Bring the ding-ding. Bring the ding-ding. You gotta sing in the one and only smart. The one and only hot. The one and only hot. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm freaking talking about, Let me put it this way. Be the love, the light, the love, the bright, and the one and only more than obvious way. You can either sway the right way, in the one and only smart, the heart, or you can sway the wrong way, in the ego, the envy, the jealousy, the unfriendly, the love, the light, the love, the bright, and the one and only way is true, arch enemy. True arch enemy. True arch enemy. 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 Me. Enemy. And me. It's all about me. And me. Enemy. Me. I. It's all about me. You see, the enemy, it's all about thee. It's all about them. Unlike Sweet Peter POUT, he's begging everybody. He's begging everybody. Look, I can't heal anybody. I can't walk anywhere blindfolded. I can move faster than every master of disaster. I can't do comedy 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's the one and only C. I can't keep a perfect beat. By the way, the human brain doesn't work like that. In other words, every time I beat through peak, every time I beat through peak, the heartbeat repeats. But you see, to make the fingers move with the beat in exact rhythm is a humanly impossible trait. You might be able to get one or two, but you won't be getting every badoobity and badabity like the one and only. Like the one and only. And so you'll see, it's just one more than obvious meta-11 sent from heaven. Sent from heaven. Are you starting to get the picture here?
lights on. Put your lights on. Hey now, all you lovers, put your lights on. Put your lights on. Hey now, all you killers, put your lights on. Put your lights on. Hey now, all your children, leave your lights on. Better leave your lights on.
Well, I just heard the news today. It seems my life is gonna change. I close my eyes, begin to pray, then tears of joy stream down my face.